The funny thing is I removed the moles, and then 6 months later I actually got a hamper from her, and she actually got pregnant. Hi, I'm Dr. Low Chai Ling, and I'm an aesthetics doctor. What motivated me was because I'm very vain, so I love everything about beauty. And from a very young age, where there was plastic surgery, but not as many non-invasive aesthetics practitioners, I've always thought of, why can't we do things to prevent a problem from happening? And in those days, there weren't many lasers, there weren't many injectables or options to slow down aging, and that's why I had to go to America to learn a lot of the concepts and techniques and then bring it back to Singapore. When I first told my friends and family that I was going to start a solely aesthetics practice, those relatives closest to me said things like, "Are you sure you're going to lose a lot of money?" My friends were overjoyed. They thought that they're going to get free aesthetic treatments for life, so they were very happy. Yeah, like free Botox for life. I think a lot of people have misconceptions that somebody who does aesthetics must be very vain. People who seek these treatments a little bit shallow or superficial, but actually that's not very true. I find that if you empower yourself and you take care of yourself, then you tend to also feel better and you project a better image to the people around you. So word of mouth was very rare. Somebody would come in to me to do Botox and it would be a really good result, but they would never recommend even their friends because they didn't want their friends to know. I think the stigma has become less and less over the years because I have patients that will come in with their friends, the word of mouth is a lot more, and even younger patients, they are now more acceptable of plastic surgery. If there was something, a feature they didn't like, they would actually seek consultation to have it changed. The most common request I have really is amongst the young adults. So those just starting to see the first signs of aging. It is usually about lines on the forehead, crow's feet, and then sometimes a little bit of loss of volume on the face, nasolabial folds. So this can be easily treated with things like Botox and fillers. You know, people always think that if they come to a clinic, everything is more expensive. That's not true. We actually have medical grade facials that start from as low as $100. We even run a pro bono clinic where students can come in if they have a student card, and we actually consult them for free and treat them at cost. Most of my clients come because they actually want to make themselves look better. Not so many actually come because of insecurity. There are some, perhaps they come because they're going through a rough patch and they think that if they change something about their looks, their boyfriends or their husbands will love them more. Actually, these are the clients we tend to not want to do anything. You know, to do something for someone else is wrong. So we do a lot of counseling as well. And we believe that if you want to change something about yourself, especially if it's something drastic, this must be something you want. It's a little bit like I tell my patients, go and get a tattoo, but don't tattoo your boyfriend's name. So get a tattoo that you want. We actually have a lot of odd requests, but over the years it's become so commonplace that I don't find it odd anymore. But we have requests for nipple whitening, so we usually do lasers to lighten the nipples. We have had requests for total hair removal, as in everything down there, not from ladies but from a man, actually not from a man, from several gentlemen. We've also had requests for people plumping up the earlobes before the new year because they have gone to see a face reader who have told them, oh, you know, the reason why your business is so bad is because your earlobes are, you know, a little bit flaccid, and they actually ask for fillers to plump up the earlobes. And of course, the oddest request I've had was this lady who couldn't get pregnant, went to see a fortune teller who told her, oh, it's because of these 2 moles on your face. And she came to me to remove these moles, and I had to tell her, if I remove your moles and you don't get pregnant, you can't sue me. And the funny thing is I removed the moles, and then 6 months later I actually got a hamper from her, and she actually got pregnant. So yeah, I do need to get the name of that fortune teller. I always tell my patients that my products are not tested on animals but on real humans. So we test out products on ourselves, I test out on my daughters and my family members. If you ask them to volunteer, who wants to try something new, everybody will put up their hands. I think what you really need is an eye for beauty, because there's no right and wrong. And a lot of people think that aesthetic doctors are just about following a set of rules, but that's not the case. It isn't simply medicine where you give this medicine, this. And sometimes you do see people walking around where they clearly look like they've had work done. For me, that actually is a poor result. I think a good result is when you look naturally beautiful and people don't even know you've had an aesthetics doctor. Then you have a very good aesthetics doctor. I think my patients keep me going. The fact that I have been with them for so long and I see them grow, I actually grow with them. And every time I bring in new techniques and treatments, they're so willing to try it out. I think that helps me want to improve myself and also want to do the best for them. I'm Dr. Low Chai Ling. I'm an aesthetics doctor, and this is why I do what I do.